Hi everyone, good evening. I'm going to get started in just a minute. I want to give time for some people to join in. If you're going to be watching the live, if you're watching the replay, thank you very much. Okay, let me share this on my group page. Here we go. Okay, thanks for joining me. I'll be getting started in just a minute. Okay, thanks for joining me. I'm going to do a little bit of chatting here first before we get started with our project, because I have some news that you may or may not have heard about yet. So we were told we could share, so I am going to share with you, and I'm just going to let a few more people join in. Hey Pam, thank you. And I will say I forgot to conduct the drawing for the winner for last week, so I will post that here later. Promise, okay? And then I will also, if you share the video, be sure you comment, share it here below. I really appreciate if you do that. It helps my video get out there and seen by more people. And if you know someone in particular that may be interested in card making and paper crafting, be sure and share it with them, okay? All right, so I'm gonna let a few more minutes. I will tell Mia hey. She's been keeping me busy, Stacy. So, okay, hang on just 1 minute and I'll get started. All right. Hi, Paula. Okay, I keep getting all these messages, so I'm trying to get rid of them. So come on in, and I'm gonna get started in just a minute. I'm out in my studio. It was a beautiful, hey Jennifer, it was a beautiful day yesterday. It's beautiful today too, but it's like we're getting that last, I say the last little surge of winter. I don't know if it's last or not. So, hey Joanne. So I think it's going to be in the 30s tonight. And it was beautiful. We went to Silver Dollar City. If you're familiar at all with Branson area, Branson, Missouri, there's a theme park that's a lot of fun. We took little Mia there. She got to ride some rides. My dad, 89-year-old dad, went with us. He had a lot of fun. It was just a good day. Perfect weather. And it's beautiful here again, but a little chilly, but that's okay. We're all doing well, and we're going to stamp. So all is good. Okay, all right, so thank you for joining me, and if you're watching the replay, thanks so much for joining me. We're going to be making a card tonight, an easy, fun fold with a stamp set that I've shown you before, but it's from the annual catalog, and I haven't used it in such a long time, and it's so sweet. It's the Little Twinkle set, which has the stars and the coordinating punch with it, and since my team, my Stampin' Up team name is the Stars, I love this set. And so anyway, we'll do that in just a minute. But first of all, I just wanted to tell you that Stampin' Up has come out with some big announcements. Currently, the On Stage, which is the big Stampin' Up convention, it's held in the live On Stage is held somewhere in the world every November and April, and this April it's in Auckland, New Zealand. So there are lots of demonstrators there that are meeting and seeing the new catalog and all kinds of fun stuff. Here in the States, it's this Saturday. The closest one to me would have been San Antonio, but we already had plans for family to come and visit, so that comes first. And so anyway, so I can't wait to see it, and I know you're all going to be excited. But before that, Stampin' Up shared with us some information that is going to be relevant to all of you as well, and I wanted to just talk to you about it, see if you had any questions. And you know, we don't know the whole scoop on everything, but I will share what I do know. Okay, so the Stampin' trimmer, which is our paper cutter, is being discontinued. Huh, I'm so sad. I love it. I have 3 of them. But Stampin' Up is very committed to providing high quality product, and I think there have been some problems with some of the trimmers, and also they're switching manufacturers. So all in all, for the company and for all of us and for all of you, it's going to be better. However, there will not, when the new catalog comes out, because they are still in the development stage, they want to offer the very best that they can as far as a trimmer is concerned. There won't be a trimmer or paper cutter in the new catalog because they're not ready to launch it, and they are not a company that will just put something out there just to say they have a cutter or trimmer or whatever. Okay, so this is my tip to you. If you have one of these paper trimmers, you might want to go ahead and order some replacement blades, and you can order today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. You can order the replacement blades 3 at a time per order, okay? 3 packages. You get 2 blades per package, okay? On Monday, the Stampin' Up! Retiring list comes out. So that'll have all of the things in the big annual catalog plus the occasions catalog that are going to be retiring. And as you know, on items like tools and you know, accessories, once those sell out, they're gone. So they're going to up the limit on Monday for blades to 6. So I can tell you they're probably going to go quick. Okay, so if you need some blades, I would order them now or first thing Monday morning or both. Okay, so anyway, that's just a tip for you. All right, if you plan on continuing to use your trimmer, which I know I am, I'm not going to buy another one. When Stampin' Up! Comes out with their new and improved one, yes, I will get it. Okay, but for now, I'll be using this one because they can't give us a time frame on when it will be available. Okay, so, okay, yeah, sometimes the blades will go dull quick, especially if you're a demonstrator and you do lots of cutting, okay? So, but I have enjoyed the trimmer, okay? So, anyway, that's just a tip for that. Now, that's the trimmer. Get your blades if you need them. Don't wait, okay? That's your warning. All right, so now also, biggie, our die cutting machine, the Big Shot, will no longer be in the catalog, will no longer be carried by Stampin' Up. I don't know all of the details. I know that there's something with the manufacturer. I don't know. All they told us is that they're not going to be, that Big Shot will not be in the catalog. There will not be a die cutting machine in the catalog. So you can still use your Big Shot, and the dies are going to be manufactured. The dies and the embossing folders are going to be manufactured somewhere else from now on. There will be dies and embossing folders in the annual catalog. You can use them with your Big Shot. And I've told you many times as I'm doing my videos that everyone's Big Shot, everybody's die cutting machine is a little different because of the space between or the weight of the rollers, how old it is. So sometimes, you know, I may need to use a shim. And if you don't know what a shim is just something that will roll through your Big Shot in addition to your cutting plates and everything you layer up to make it a little tighter to give you a better cut or a better impression, okay? So with that being said, with our new dies that will be coming out in the annual catalog, you may need to use a shim with your Big Shot, okay? Will we be coming out with another die cutting machine? I believe so. I hope so, but I can't tell you when. But the Big Shot will work. Our dies will work with any die cutting machine as far as I know, okay? Now the shim, like I explained a little earlier, may be different from machine to machine. So just keep that in mind and be aware, okay? So with that being said as well, all of our Big Shot accessories will be retiring. And I have to tell you, I just looked at my Stampin' Up site, and I believe they've already sold out of the cutting plates, the standard cutting pads. I'm not sure about that. If somebody knows for sure, if you'll let me know, but I believe it's the cutting pads. So if there's something you need, go ahead and get it. Don't wait. That and the cutting blades, okay? Your trimmer blades. Go ahead and stock up on them. Okay, let me see if there are any questions. Okay, I don't see any right now. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to have some more news, but I'm not going to take all the time right now to go through all of that. So be sure you are on my mailing list, okay? My email list. You can go to my blog at inkinspirations.com. In the upper right-hand corner, click on it and click on the box and fill out your name and your email, and you get weekly emails from me, and I will give you the news there, okay? So just be sure so you can stay up to date. Okay, let's see. Yes, and I believe, I don't know what's retiring. I have not seen that list yet, and I'm not at On Stage to see a catalog. So I'm assuming those dies may still be in there, okay? So, because they said that we can use our dies with any die cutting machine. So not to worry about that. And I know for sure, you know, that I think there's some carrying over. I'm not for sure which one, so I don't want to say, because it seems like I've seen it mentioned on our Stampin' Up site. So that tells me that we're still going to be able to use those, and there are going to be some carried over, okay? I don't want to share which one because I think there's one, but I don't want to say and be wrong, okay? So anyway, not to worry. We're still going to have dies and folders in the new catalog, and I can't imagine them having all new ones yet. I believe some will be carried over, okay? So when and if I find out, I'll let you know. Now, Monday, when that retiring list comes out, I'm going to have a link to it on my blog at inkinspirations.com, and I will post here and link to it there. You're welcome, Ann, so that you can go to it and see, okay, what's retiring, okay? Okay. All right, enough of all that. Does anyone have any questions? If you do, post them here and I will respond later, okay? But I'm ready to get to stamping. How about you guys? You ready? Okay. Again, I forgot to draw the name for the winner for last week. I'll post that here a little later this evening. And if you share my video, be sure you comment, share it in the comment section, and I will share that with you next week. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and flip this around. Let me go ahead and turn you. Okay. There we go. There's our card. Okay, and you see my host code there. You know, if you place an order and use that host code, I send you a gift in the mail. What time Monday in Pacific? Mary Ellen, I don't know for sure, okay? If I find out what time, I'll post it here, okay? And I'll tag you in it. I'm going to write myself a note. What time? Retiring list. Mary Ellen. Okay, I'll try to put the time. Now, with mine, you know, if they post that, if they do it at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can tell you, I don't think I'll be up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So, But I will post it as soon as I get up. I'm usually up by 6, and I'll post it as soon as I can, okay? So, okay. A lot of times, too, they will put the retiring items. You're welcome, Mary Ellen. They'll put the retiring items in the online store under a certain heading, subtitle. You know, like they have clearance rack. I think they'll put the retiring items in a certain one. They have in the past. I can't tell you for sure, though. You know, sometimes we don't find out things until they actually happen, which is okay. You know, sometimes too much information is just too much information. So, okay. I'm having a little issues here, y'all. Okay. Let me move this up some. All righty. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to try to zoom in just a bit. Oh, that's too much. Okay. All right, so here's our card that we're going to make using the little twinkle set. And it comes in the annual catalog with in a bundle. And it has the set cute and this cute little punch that goes along with it. Okay, so here is, and this is so easy, but how cute is that? Just a partial card front that opens, okay? I thought it was so cute. I got it as a swap on one of the incentive trips. It may have been Alaska. Can't remember. It may have been last year's on stage. I don't remember. I keep my swaps together so when I want to try to do them, and I don't know who made this one, so I can't give credit, but it was another demonstrator, and I thought it was so cute. So let's get started. Okay, so for this, what we need is I have a piece of petal pink, and this is the card base. Hey, Michelle. And it is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And it's just a single piece of cardstock in petal pink. The layer that goes over top of that is Night of Navy, and it is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And it's going to go over top like that. Now this little twinkle designer paper has some really pretty patterns, but I have used the heck out of it. So I made this one thinking I had a whole sheet of this. No, I didn't even have enough to make it as wide here. This is a 2-inch wide strip, okay? This one is 1 and almost 7/8, okay? So if you can make it 2 inches wide, that's good. And I will put all of this information on my blog sometime tomorrow so you can go over there and see it, and I'll put the link. So this is 6 inches by 1 7/8, or you can make it 2. And then I scored it right here at 3/4 of an inch, okay? Because that's what we're going to use to anchor it right here, okay? To the layer that's going to go over top. Okay, and then I'm going to need some of our sparkle glimmer paper to do some of our stars. And then this strip is going to go on the inside of the card, and it is cut at 1 3/4 inches wide by 4 1/2, okay? So the main thing here is you want to make it not a little less wide or tall than your little banner, your little fold that's going across the front, okay? And then I need some scrap, petal pink, and Night of Navy that we're going to punch, okay? Excuse me. All right, let's get started. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and emboss this sentiment onto the Night of Navy. So I'm going to get my embossing buddy, and I'm going to rub it over the cardstock. I really just need to do it in this corner, but in case I get crazy and turn it upside down for some reason, I'm going to have the whole front ready. It just keeps your embossing powder from sticking everywhere, okay? And so I have some white embossing powder, and to emboss, we can use Versamark ink, and I have this Twinkle Twinkle Little Star stamp, and I'm going to ink it up in Versamark. And then I lined this stamp up. I thought I should have done it before I started, but I'm lining this up on my grid sheet. Am I not frozen? Because I got a phone call. All right. I'm going to line that up, and I'm going to ink it up again. Okay. Let's come down, and then I'm going to line it up right here. I'm trying to keep it in the camera range and stamp. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to take my white embossing powder. There we go. That looks pretty doggone good. All right. And then my heat tool. And let's let it heat up just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and melt the embossing powder. It gets really white. That's when you know it's melted. Yeah. I remember this was one of the very first techniques I learned when I first started stamping, and I was amazed. Okay. Woohoo! I like it. All right. There we go. Get this out of the way. So now we have that ready. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble, all right? So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to make sure it's good. I'm going to leave about a 1/8 of an inch border along the top there, okay? And so I'm going to turn this over, leave it just like that, use some Snell adhesive, and fold it over like that, and give it a good rub, all right? Okay, for some reason I can't move. It's like my frozen here. Okay, all right, so there we go. There's our little fold. And you could also do this with cardstock as well, okay? All right, so that's ready to go. I can go ahead and take this piece and center it and come down a bit. Okay, so I'm going to lift this up and I'm going to put it right underneath there and go down and then lift this side. Okay, that was awkward. Like that. Okay, so there's our piece, and then I can go ahead and attach it to the card front, which remember is just a single piece of cardstock in Petal Pink, cut 5.5 by 4 1/4, which is the size of a regular standard card here in the US. And let's go ahead and center that here. And give it a good press down like that. Okay. Okay, so now let's go ahead and build our little embellishment there. So I'm going to take a Starburst punch. Hi, Aunt Vicki. And punch a Petal Pink. Okay, gonna need that. And then I'm going to take a 2-inch circle punch and punch Night of Navy using the same colors here throughout, mainly the navy and the Petal Pink. Let's go ahead and layer that. Okay, I'm going to go over top. And then we're going to take our Sparkle Glimmer paper and we're going to punch over top of it so that we can center our punch over. And you always punch looking at the holes where you're going to do the punching. Okay, slide that in, punch. And so I'm going to put these right here where I can find them. And I would use fine tip glue, my fine tip glue pen, but I'm out. So I'm just going to be using very carefully my liquid glue. Okay, so we'll use those. And I'm going to go ahead and punch a couple of more stars of these two largest ones, because I know one I'm going to use on the inside, and I might want another one for the outside. So let's leave those right there. And then we can start working with our little circle here. So I know I want the moon over here on this left-hand side. Okay, so I have a question for you. And who, I know everybody likes punches, but okay, so what's your favorite punch that you have, that you use the most? Hi, Sandy. That you use the most of. What punch do you use the most? Hi, Robin. I can't see everybody. Yeah, and it's a cute set. Okay. So see how I'm just putting a little dab of do ya. Brill cream. Isn't that Brill cream? I'm dating myself. Some of you youngins probably have no clue what I'm talking about. Brill cream, a little dabble, do ya? Okay. I'm going to put this here. Okay, I got a little much on that one, but it's going to dry clear. Now you notice I'm leaving this space here, and you remember? Oh, the cat, but you want the daisy. Yeah, I like the daisy. Do y'all know I do not have the daisy punch? I don't know why. Oh my goodness. It's like I'd rather have the star punch. So, but I do need a floral punch, so I probably need to get the daisy punch. And you can do so much with it. I've seen lots of good things. I've been at events where I've used a daisy punch and made some things. Yeah. Brill cream, yeah. I'm so glad y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So I just made a loopy bow. Y'all see me make these all the time if you watch my videos. I like doing it because like lots of loops, and trim those edges off. And I'm just going to put this right here. Okay. So let's get a glue dot and just do this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and trim these off some more. Okay. And I do that because, oh, look, I moved my little star. It'll be okay. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to want to put this on right here, okay? And that makes, it's on that flap that makes that card front. That is just a little sliver of designer paper. Okay, and so I always come here and see about how much I want it to hang over. All right, that'll be good. So I know that I want just a little bit of adhesive there. So I'm going to use snail because I don't want to have to take too much time for it to dry. I'm having trouble with my snail. Okay, there we go. Did I get that right? Kind of got it crazy. Let's go for it. come up a little bit. There we go. You know, you want to be sure your adhesive doesn't come down here. I hope cupcake. Yeah, I like that too, Anne. Okay, so there you go. Now, to finish off the inside, I'm going to get a piece of the scrap petal pink again. And I have this Love You More Than the Stars, but I want it to say just love you. So I'm going to take my Night of Navy Stampin' Up marker and just go over top. And getting just those words, okay? Love you. So I have to come down, get the tail on the Y. It's a pretty script font. Okay. Now I'm going to stamp it here. Not too close to the edge because I'm going to punch with a circle punch. Okay, now I'm going to take my 1 1/2 inch circle punch and center that, and I want to leave a little bit more on the bottom because I'm going to put one of those extra stars there. Okay, and then get my scrap of the Night of Navy, and I'm going to do the 1 3/4, and it probably will overhang a little bit, but it'll be all right. I think it'll be hidden. Let's go ahead and adhere this like that. Okay, and then a little bit of liquid glue and put that right here. Okay, so I'm going to let that set a little bit. And let me see if you have any questions. Starburst punch. I love that one too, Sandy. Yeah. Okay. Letting that dry a little bit. Anybody have any questions? Has anybody made a card like this fold before? Okay. All right. Let's see if we can make a go of it here. Okay, I'm just going to kind of angle it. Oh yeah, that's going to fit just right. Yeah. Okay. That, so I can write my little message here. And there you go. So, what you think? I loved it. I love this little, thank you, Robin. I loved this little, I thought that is so cute and easy, and you know, it makes, I love that, using that, just that single base there. Let's see. Thank you, Pam. Yeah, it's cute, and I love the punch, so I'll be using that. Okay. All right, so thank you. Thanks, everyone. Hey, Loretta. Hey, Linda. I know you probably have to go back and watch the replay. We're just about ready to wrap up. Okay, so, you know, I made some announcements. I shared some things. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Thanks so much. I did make some announcements that we just came down from Stampin' Up. I am not at on stage, so I'm not going to get to see the catalog early, but I have family in, and so we're having a lot of fun. And anyway, so be sure you are on my mailing list. I believe I put the link here on my Ink and Inspirations with Lisa Brown Facebook page today. And be sure you sign up for that so you can get the news. But I mentioned the retiring list for Stampin' Up goes, thanks Mary Ellen, goes live on Monday. Okay, so I believe it's Monday. Isn't that April 15th? Yep. So tax day. So I'm going to post it on my blog as soon as I can get it up there. And remember that things will sell out. And another thing, if you do not, the in colors, Berry Burst, Fresh Fig, Lemon Lime Twist, Powder Pink, and Tranquil Tide, all of these are retiring. We know that. Okay, so if you need the markers, get the markers. If you need the ink refills, get them. Okay, and of course cardstock and everything if you have a favorite color. I know sometimes I have customers who are making wedding cards or shower invitations because someone they know has picked a certain color that is like one of the in colors, and then they're retiring, and then it's like, oh, they're gone. So anyway, okay, if I can help you all with anything, please let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Okay, have a great evening. Good night.